And let's see. Where should we go next?
Well, we have several plot threads to start tugging at.
Well, in the interests of being balanced, I guess let's go check out the other Ondoyante, Torka.
Yeah, I can see why we go for that one. If only because I'm not entirely sure where we'd go with some of these. Like, we have an individual who wants Maxon's location, but I don't know how we'd find that at this point in time.
Well, for that possibly we might want to try asking to checking up on the Clueless Ulv for that.
Okay.
Oop.
And now, nothing.
Smash goes the dolphin.
That's right, I keep forgetting that this is all bizarre dolphin clones. This game, man.
Yes.
And again, I think we've touched on it before, but it's kind of the sort of thing you could only really get away with this generation of computing. Stuff like in Jet Set Willy begins with you getting flushed down the toilet. You can't do that with games these days. That's just silly.
Well, there's a secret level in Octodad you can access by flushing yourself down the toilet.
Well, hush my mouth. Like, I actually didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
And it's the secret level is actually a kind of a side scroller with lots of moving mechanical bits, rather reminiscent of Limbo.
That sounds amazing with physics controls. We have a show here in England. It's called Go 8-Bit, and it's basically celebrities get together, play video games, sort of thing. And one of the rounds recently was Octodad.
Ooh.
And it was 2 teams of 2. Each team controlled opposite sides of the body, I believe.
Oh yeah, there is that 2-player mode in Octodad. I think, like this. Periodically it switches around which player controls which limb.
Oh, that makes it even better. Sounds like total chaos.
Yeah, and I think it also varies like whether it's 1, 2, or 3 of the limbs that's controlled by one, and the rest by the other.
Well, that sounds great.
Anyway, did you want to go on about that, or shall we return to the game?
That's it. We can go back to finding our duplicates.
Yes, also, okay. The spirit on the Yante Torga, you help. Okay, well. Let's help. Ooh. we heard about this before. Apparently some duplicates are trying to find ways to reproduce. Okay. You go contact friend. Okay. Tubular brain. Brain 4. Brain 4. Brain. Yes. Okay.
Okay, I was going to say I have coordinates for a tubular brain planet, but they are not those coordinates.
Yeah. Okay, this is unusual.
Yeah.
If we go back, is she still there?
That honestly looked like it might just be like a default string of text.
Oh,
You know, placeholder insert dialogue here. Dialogue.
possibly. The other Underyante won't trust about this Underyante, so now I'm kind of curious. I mean, is she leading us to a trap? Or maybe the
But she likes us.
I don't know, I think you can like someone and still, be using them. Maybe?
Does that mean she's Catwoman?
I guess so.
I could be down for that if that means we're Batman.
Well, let's see what we can find here. Hopefully, this tubular brain will be more coherent than the last one. If it is a tubular brain at all.
Maybe none of this is real. Maybe it's just pixels.
So this terrain looks unusual.
Yeah, that is surprisingly mountainous. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Now it's back to what we are used to. But no, that looked like a little bit like the Farlands from Minecraft when that was still a thing. You know, now that I think about it, given that most of these species seem to have achieved interstellar travel, you'd think they'd come up with some sort of target lock on their defenses.
Well,
The dolphin is hiding behind that little gap.
Well, Wing Commander still had missiles which require the what's the word? Heat seekers. That's the word. While in real life, those were being phased out. I think in the 1960s.
Yeah, I suppose. Featuring a young Mark Hamill. If I'm thinking of the right series.
He was in Wing Commander 3 and 4 and actually had a side role in 5. So it's not as young as in Star Wars. That's certainly a tubular brain.
Indeed it is. So, let's see what we've got. A numbers station appears to be what we have.
The previous one, the other one we met also just mainly gave strings of numbers. Great tubular brain. Oh, now he's going binary. You say code. Okay. Well, we have a couple of things. Spirit. Friend equals not enemy. Code friend. Okay.
Truly, he has a dizzying intellect.
Yes, you say code friend. Okay, good. That code seems to open a lot of doors. Okay, maybe we can get something useful out of this one. Or maybe not.
I think it might be steering us towards asking about a particular topic.
Kingback, great. Okay. Kingback Raisla. Yes, we know that.
We seem to have stepped back a little bit.
So... Tubular brain like search idea.
That would make sense. They seem an inquisitive bunch.
Now, yeah, we couldn't even try saying that other code since Synox is not something we can tell them.
Well, that makes it a little more.
Just notice orcs is also a possible topic. Orcs is the fish species of fish, space fish we use.
That's a bizarre one because it, story-wise, don't we have the entire galaxy's supply?
Yes, as far as we know. I can ask about. Doesn't seem to really provide.
Unless he is communicating in code of his own. I have pitched an idea, just like a wild, harebrained scheme to a couple of my friends, where I would like to see some kind of survival horror based on a number station, where I don't know whether it would be something good or bad would communicate you with numbers. Mainly
You've
because
also mentioned that to me before.
yeah, mainly because it would give me the hardest telegraph jump scare in the world, and everyone would still fall for it.
Hmm.
But no, I don't. I do not grok what this guy is saying.
Me neither. Well, bye. Well, I guess we just have to be rude and leave.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Right. Now we can at least go say hi. Finally, go say hi to the Sinox. No, that's not right. The name of the planet is Sinox 128. The coordinates are 222 and 67, which was actually already there. Okay, so let's see. I don't think we have met Sinox before in person, so right. I have mentioned this description before. Hardworking and intelligent, the Sinox are the technology whiz-kids of the galaxy.
Yeah, I think that's why I confused them with the Rob heads. Well, I suppose we'll find out.
Out. I figured, given that description, maybe they wouldn't try to shoot us down, but nope.
You see, I reckon they'd try to shoot us down super hard. Like, if you're the technology guys, you've got the biggest weapons.
Yes, but I mean, trying to automatically shoot down any, approaching unknown thing might be, backfire on you. After all, we have the planet-destroying thing.
This is true. Still a mystery how we have that.
Well, given that, the Captain Blood somehow entered apparently a video game world he himself designed or something, maybe he's like, Kevin Flynn in Tron, where he has, use creating superpowers.
Maybe he's Neo, he knows this isn't real. That sort of thing. I suppose that would also make it rather easy to interrogate some of these people, given the very lax morals shown by Blood. Like, where are the duplicates? Because I've got this great big planet cracker.
And that is how this is a prequel to Dead Space. That completely went over your head.
No, it's. I get it.
I do kind of like the whole concept of planet cracking, mining where you take apart entire planets in that franchise. Although if you have technology and produce energies of that level, seems like, the whole society and stuff would be far beyond the level shown in that franchise overall.
Well, I mean, it's like your idea behind flying cars. It's a cool idea, but nothing is ever going to produce energy enough to make a flying car worth it.
Planet Sinox Forbidden. Okay, wait. Did we visit this previously?
I know that we've met one of these guys and he required a code that I don't believe we had. I don't remember using code friend, but...
No, I don't think this is the same planet with robots as we encountered once before. Well, let's give him the code. See, it was impossible, not Sinox. There. And so what is this? Not Sinox. I have to admit that's a phrase it's a good code phrase in the sense that you wouldn't really guess something that kinda nonsensical.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's letters and numbers and one character sort of thing.
Yes. Yes. Great idea, not impossible. Okay. You are Sinox? I thought you were a Robhead. No, Spirit, you... okay, well, everybody seems to know blood, so... You, great ship, great missile. Yeah, we can blow entire planets. Want to see a demonstration?
You see, this is what I was talking about just now. Why would this guy be so stubborn if he recognizes who we are?
Sinox, great people, great genetics. Okay, let's see, what can we ask about? We want information. Okay. Yes. Ooh. Okay, so
we're seeing duplicates come up quite a lot in people's speech patterns lately. I approve of this.
Okay. We give you duplicate, you great friend. Okay. Okay, so he wants, I guess, locations of 4 places. Okay. Planet, help me. No. radioactivity spirit. You teleport antenna. Planet unknown. Okay. Okay.
This seems like a trap.
Well, I was thinking this seems like grunt work.
Well, there is that, but it also seems like, you know, Planet 5 is gonna have that one thing.
What one thing?
I don't know, some trap or other. A hitherto unmentioned game mechanic.
Okay, so if I understood this correctly, he wants us to go get antennae from these 4 planets, transport them elsewhere, and then go back and tell him where we delivered them.
Like I said, that's the impression I got.
Let's go give it a try. And also, this will be a species we haven't seen before.
Ooh.
The antenna. Wait.
You see, for some reason I thought antenna was like a device.
Well, yes, it is that too, but here it is also the info.
Cool.
Ooh.
Well, let's go and say hello.
Yes, an antenna. It's the creatures that the manual describes as simple creatures. The antennas are really very friendly. Maybe too friendly. Also,
I don't know why I like that cliche as much as I do, but I love it.
Also, yeah, according to this, the plural is antennas, not antennae.
That's another one of those weird English things that I don't fully understand.
To my understanding, it's has to do about, with what language the word comes from.
Yeah. Well, that would make sense.
I
mean, there are a lot
nouns that end in US and plural is then ends in I. I don't remember if it's from Greek or Latin.
I think that's Latin. Actually, no. Oh, look at that cute little guy. Look at him.
Good. Yes, he does seem suspiciously friendly. Antenna. Yes. Oh, I can't say howdy. And can't actually say much of anything.
To step back a little, the point you made reminds me of a very clever joke, wherein a centurion goes into a bar and asks for a martinis. And the barkeeper says, "Do you mean a martini?" And the guy says, "If I wanted to, I'd say so." That's a really good joke, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes. Like no teleport. No, not like, well, there's not much we can
like you said, it seems like grunt work because a lot of this seems to be just go and collect these guys.
What about me? Not no. Good. So,
You'd think it'd be easy given the limited vocabulary here, but
hey, friend, you're great, me small. Friend, yes. Okay, maybe it's a specific planet?
Like I said, if only it was easier saying, me want teleport you, but this is a strange and confusing game. Actually, there's a point. Do you know what language this game was originally written in?
Oh, French.
Yeah, I thought it was a French thing. Do you reckon that grammar is going to have any significant degree of
I don't
something in this game?
I don't think so. Ah. Great small good. Oh my god. Okay. Yes.
All the cool kids are giving in to peer pressure.
No me.
This is what we are meant to be doing, right? When we're not... barking up the wrong tree with this one?
I don't think so. Ah, here we go. You like teleport.
I saw that button appear.
Yes. Maybe.
It's not going to be a case of like waiting until the button appears and then just sort of sniping it, I guess, for lack of a better term. Because like I guess the game doesn't continue onwards until he stops speaking, right?
Let's give it a try. Provided I can get it to appear again.
So yeah, it's like his speech doesn't advance until you hit the lips, and game time doesn't seem to advance until he stops speaking. So worth a shot. He looks so worried, though. Like, it's a cute little alien life form, but it's really worried.
No. I can't. Maybe me. No. Yes.
No, I'm still not entirely sure what we're missing on this one. It's not going to be something as simple as, like you say, leave and come back, is it?
Let's try. Give it a try. By the way, no orange floor.
I noticed that. It's blue this time. This guy blends right in. But he seems as stubborn as ever. Also, I like how this guy has a lot of animation frames compared to some of the other alien species, because its anatomy is a lot more simple than the others. Just look at those eyes swiveling around.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
There's got to be some trick that we're missing here, because it seems fairly cut and dry, right? We're told to collect this guy. He wants to be teleported, but we have... I don't know. I don't know what we need to say here.
Oh, good.
Inquisitive sounds. I'm fixated on that little orb, bottom left. It's changed before.
Okay.
It'll do it again. I know it.
Okay, I'm going to take a look at the walkthrough.
That sounds like a good idea. If that is the solution, I would not have thought for that to have been the solution.
Apparently not.
Oh.
Okay, the walkthrough just says, oh, he's going to waffle about regarding teleport, but when he changes his mind, just grab him quick.
Oh, I hope that's not a one-off thing. Waffling on is quite right. It's not like it's not going to be a randomly defined thing, is it?
I hope not.
Although, yeah, we hadn't quite outgrown that in video games at the time this was programmed, had we?
Huh.
Huh? There we go. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Ooh, okay.
That
So,
that was a bit of a challenge.
okay, so I guess there's not really any particular place we need to put them, but let's see. Let's do something orderly like whoop. Sorry, no. Yeah. Say.
Yeah, drop him there, not right in the middle of that nice purple nebula-looking thing.
Well, I was thinking like, sure, why not? Sure, let's go there, for example, 120.
Yeah, no, I'm having a quick check. I don't think that's anywhere that we've got written down.
I'm just writing that down so we can tell the headman where this goes.
And it might be uninhabited, given there's no defenses, but...
We've encountered even uninhabited defended planets, however
True.
that works.
Maybe they destroyed themselves. Maybe it's one of those things that's there to not ever be explained. And it's one of my favorite kinds of storytelling.
Though sometimes it can be just a cheap cop-out.
This is true.
Like half of what Stephen Moffat writes. I'm still waiting for that explanation why Peter Capaldi's Doctor looks the same as other characters we've encountered before. He said it would be explained.
There was a friend of mine watched one recently, and it's meant to be like a criticism of like second generation radicalization. But the doctor mentioned something like, you didn't notice the last 15 times I solved this problem. But given the time frame, that means there was one violent uprising every month.
Anyway.
It's like, oh dear.
Yes, yes. I suppose it doesn't really matter what he thinks, just...
He is doing better than Small Yoko did, so that is a step in the right direction.
We are out of here and go grab the next one. It was 46... 115...
I'm thinking of the wrong line here. The antenna wants to know what it's like to be teleported, and I'm thinking it's unpleasantly like being drunk. But that's the hyperspace. Oh well.
In the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy text game, if you don't, drink the beer and eat the peanuts, you'll actually die of the teleportation from some chemical imbalance or something. I don't remember exactly.
It's something like you lose a lot of salt and protein the first time you do it.
Something like that. Wait, but beer doesn't have either of those.
I think that might just be to sort of soften the blow of suddenly being in space and Earth not existing anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh. Hopefully this guy will waffle less.
Or we could use the same code that we did before. If the game will let us.
Actually...
Or again, maybe it is a random thing, and after some amount of waffling, the option will become available.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
How intriguing.
Okay. That and drop him off next to the previous guy. 28. Let's make that 80. And let this go back to the previous guy and ask him also about Rob Head. This time the rod even says.
Yeah. Well, speaking of unexplained background storytelling, the only one that immediately comes to mind there is a very bizarre pull. Echo the Dolphin 2. Like some of the opening levels, you can see technology in the walls and in the floor, and the game doesn't explain it until the very, very end of the game. Otherwise, it's just there. It's just weird.
What
I really like.
What is the explanation for that? I have played that game some, but I didn't get to the end.
It at some point in both of the games, you invoke time travel.
Yes, that much I know.
Crash an alien, either a spaceship or just the alien hive queen, into Earth. And along with it comes bits of technology. And it's implied that technology is used to build the time machine that brought it to Earth in the first place.
It's all a loop. Oh, so that's why, ancient Atlantis had a sonar-activated time machine.
It's implied, yes.
And does that tie into the weird big helix-shaped creature you help?
I don't believe so, but that one is also a stable time loop. When you find it, it's missing one of its... Oh, I forget the word. Basically, one of the things that would be a protein chain is missing. Because you went back in time and stole one from it then to bring it to the future because it was missing one. Because you stole it. It's one of those.
Oh boy.
Yeah, things get messy when time travel gets involved. Nucleotides, that's the word I'm thinking of.
And then there is the Sega Dreamcast game.
The kind of sequel, but not really. Yeah. Narrated by Tom Baker.
And written by David Brin. So, bye.
Tom Baker was also in that one Warhammer game, along with Brian Blessed.
Yes, Tom Baker was also in Hostile Waters.
He just has a really good voice.
He does. Okay, so let's see what this chap has to say. And we have passed 1 hour in this video, but I want to get all of these guys done.
And that largely depends on how much they are willing to cooperate. I'm pointing accusingly at you, Antenna.
"255, it's right at the edge of the map. Yeah, bye." Oh, I just realized, I guess the speech synthesis is supposed to say galaxy map activated, but it honestly to me sounds more like it's saying Gleshnav activated.
Well, you know, speech synthesis was a very tricky thing. I mean, famously the Sega introduction at the start of Sonic 1 was bigger than the rest of the game, or something like that.
I also remembered, well, not speech synthesis, but somewhat similar. In Secret of Monkey Island 2, there's the animation of the cook being restored to life from ashes. And you remember what I'm talking about?
I do not, I'm sorry.
Oh. It's a nice looking sequence, and that brief graphical animation that's just something like 5 to 10 seconds long. It took more, let's say, storage space and the entirety of the first Maniac Mansion game. And I think I've heard that they, celebrated that as a minor milestone at the LucasArts offices.
Yeah. It's one of those weird things. I have played, all of the Monkey Island games, save for the more recent, fan-made ones.
Fan-made, that's a good word for them.
I've played the good ones.
Yes.
But I only really remember, snatches from here and there. I remember trying to pick up the ocean and put it in your pocket, and there's an Easter egg if you do that. Or, going into the hidden maze in the tree stump.
Unfortunately, that doesn't really work quite as well when it's not on a bunch of floppy disks.
Yeah.
So, looks like these guys become immediately agreeable to teleport when you get the Robhead coordinates out of them.
Again, that's not something I would have thought to have tried. But I'm glad we've got the pattern down.
And for ease of record keeping, I'm dropping these guys all off to adjacent planets or sectors or whatever.
Well, no, that makes sense. It's... Again, with some of the old puzzle games on the CPC, you have to set up an item dump room. Get all your stuff from there.
Not really dumping off actually useful items, but when I play Ultima 7, well, both parts 1 and 2, something I like to do is is to scrounge up every bar of gold and, like a preset gemstone in the world.
Yeah.
And store them all in one place. I like to call it the Avatar Retirement Fund.
Was 7 the one that lets you go to the end in the first town if you stack milk crates properly?
Yes, not milk crates, but wooden box
Well,
crates.
I think of them as milk crates, but yeah. You basically jump down somebody's chimney and here you are at the end game with the full armor.
Well, it's not so directly to end game, but it takes you to a cheat location, which I guess it's more of. I would call it a cheat location. It has like full set of magic armor for everyone, a full spell book with hundreds of all reagents stored there, and teleporters to everywhere, and
yeah. So like a dev room, I guess.
Yeah. Actually, I had Richard Garriott mentioned about that in one interview or something like that. Wait, do you know about the small room in in one of the mountains where if you go in there by cheating, the Lord British appears there and chastises you for cheating?
I do not.
Oh wait, it's
the only cheating stuff I know in the various Ultima games is, I think it's 7 parts 1 and 2. They randomize the face dialogue and text dialogue that you get. So you can't necessarily follow the plot because people are just giving you non sequitur dialogue left and right.
I'm not sure what you are referring to. But anyway, the area you find by, going actually behind the chimney. I mean, I came across Richard Garriott explaining that it was actually an area one guy on the development team put together for for playtesting purposes, that to easily skip around the game, and he didn't tell about that to anyone else. And then another programmer or developer or something found that in the game and showed it to Garriott, like, what the hell is this? And there's no obvious entrance to the place, and the way teleporters work in that game is that the teleporter defines where its exit point, but there is no marker at the exit point that gives any indication that there is a teleporter to there.
Yeah.
So they explained like they wrote a program that went through the game data looking for a teleporter that would lead into that region.
That's some dedication. Well, I don't know. It's kind of cute when game developers do that. Like, I think that the two. So the two passwords that everybody knows in Metroid, there's Narpa's Sword and Justin Bailey. And as far as I know, it's actually NAR password. And that was added into the system as a means of testing and debugging and whatnot.
Yeah, and I think I'm not sure how about the veracity of this, but I've heard that the Justin Bailey password, it's not actually intended, but it like the value of that string of text string just happens to correspond to what triggers that condition.
I've heard that as well, and there is another password beginning Engage Ridley that will just destroy the NES that it's running on.
Oh,
so
dear.
It occasionally happens. There are variables, and occasionally they just come together like that.
Okay, here's the final guy. We got the location out of him.
Hyper base activated. Bulk sending activated.
I also like that panning down towards the planetscape. Just gives an idea that this is a little more 3D than it actually is.
Okay, so these 4 adjacent places I picked, only one of them happened to be defended, which is fortunate.
I have to say, it does go a lot faster when we don't have to constantly duck behind little hills and avoid weaponry.
Yes, it does.
I mean, to the end, I can see why they included the weaponry, because it mixes the game up a little bit, gives you the runtime, but...
And also we are only 30 minutes away from the jitters starting again. Hopefully we can find out just reasonable stuff. But well, we are here now, and let's end this video.
We hope you've enjoyed this bumper edition of Captain Blood.